Alright guys, I'm pre-lubing this thing, and of course I had to make a big mess filling it up because that's just how I roll. I was going to bring you back when I first started it, but my neighbor came over because he saw me over here, and he ended up having the right fitting. They said this would work with LS stuff, but I didn't have the right fitting for what I was doing it at, so he happened to have one. So I went to the hose, and I've got 3 quarts of oil in the engine, and I've got 3 quarts of oil in this, and I've got it pressured up. It's going in real slow. Of course, the oil's a bit cool. She's holding close to 25 pounds, 23, somewhere around that range, just by keeping that pressured up. So I don't know that I want air getting in it, and I kind of my guy. I think, yeah, boy, it emptied out already. Yeah, I heard the air go in it, so and it actually did up the pressure, and then of course it dropped it off. I don't want a whole bunch of air in it, of course. He built one out of a spray bottle, like for a chemical spray bottle, and he went down and bought a bunch of fittings and used a hose bar. It had a little bit of a leak, but he put all 6 quarts through his, and the advantage to that bottle, or is you can actually see the oil level. So I could see where that, and it was a whole lot cheaper. This was 165 bucks or something like that. I think I found it in a little 3-quart deal. Won't hold 5. It's just a little 3, but it worked good. I mean, it only took maybe 4 minutes to put 3-4 quarts of oil in there. So now that I know, and I spun the engine over, like I said, I wanted to do it on camera, but he was over here and he didn't want to be on camera. So I couldn't put the oil or the power steering pump on because it was going to be in the way. So there was just no way to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this all back apart and put the plug back in. I'm going to put the power steering pump, the alternator, finish the wiring, then put the electric fans in, and I got the top radiator hose to put on. I'm going to finish filling it up. I've already got 1.5 gallons of coolant in it, and I'll put the air cleaner assembly and stuff like that back on it, and then I will bring you back. I'll probably pull, like I said, the fuel pump relay and crank on it for just a few seconds with of course my gauge still hooked to it. I'm charging the battery up too, just to make sure, because it's been sitting for close to a month and it's already fallen off. So alright, I'll bring you back here when we get ready for first fire. Okay, I have no idea how I'm going to hold the camera, hold the gauge up, and crank at the same time, so please forgive my absolute terrible camera work. I pulled the fuel, everything's together, and I pulled the, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this. I pulled the fuel pump relay, so let's see if this thing will even crank over. I'd like it to pick up oil pressure before I start it. I'm not getting any oil pressure that way. Oh, it tried to start, which can't believe it's trying to do that without the fuel pump relay. Well, I know the system was primed because I use a priming tool. So I guess I'm just going to put the relay back in. As you can see, it's completely together. So a little low on antifreeze, but I didn't buy near enough of that. Alright, this time it's going to start. Okay, here we go. I got an exhaust leak. think the air conditioner just kicked on. Turn that off. I'm showing about 45 pounds on the mechanical gauge, and I'm showing about 45 pounds on the electric gauge. If it'll focus, there we go. I can't get straight on it, but I'm gonna climb out real quick and check to make sure nothing's leaking. That liquid you see there was already there from when I poured a quart of oil in there, and completely missed the fill hole. Not seeing anything leaking. That's annoying. But boy, this thing is smooth as glass. It is so much better. Definitely that mist is gone. Yeah, that's gonna go smoking really bad. That's the exhaust. And I covered it with oil just for fun. Turn these headlights off. I'm trying to get the battery to keep charged. I mean, it'll charge, but. And the stability control and the ABS lights on, and that could be for a couple of different reasons, but you notice the airbag light's not on. That's because I did change that sensor. This thing sounds good, except that exhaust leak. At 1800 RPM. So, you know, it's one of them things I wish it was a little higher, but it's kind of the way it works. As far as that stability control and that anti-lock brake, I'm trying to think if I did anything. I had the tires off of it and stuff like that. I may have to run the codes on it to see what it is. But right now, I am not complaining here. I am happy that it started. It sounds great. It's not missing. It's not leaking yet. So I think I'm going to jump out real quick and tighten and see if I can get any of those. Let's restart it real quick too. Yep. I'm pretty happy with that. So anyway, let me jump out real quick and pull this key out because I can't stand that sound. And let me see if I can, because I didn't, you know, jump on these things real hard. But I know it's getting dark too, and I'm sorry I had to get this done. So I had to find another gear here. So like I said, I'm pretty happy with everything, and everything is hooked back up. I just got to put some more coolant in it. I'm gonna have to go get another gallon. Since it already had that Dex Cool, that orange garbage, I usually don't get 50-50, but because I don't use it on anything else, I just thought that I would go ahead and fill it up, you know, with what was recommended and what was in it, because that's what was in it when it came over. So I'll just continue on with that. Adding green to it right now really isn't very smart. So and since it's 50-50, I really don't want to add any more water to it. So I'll go down and get another gallon of it when we get back or whatever. I'm not going to go through a heat cycle till we get back home. But so we're going on vacation, probably going for a week, and so it's you know, it's going to sit for about a week. Anyway, I'm going to tighten these up again if I can, and probably put the hood up or back together and put the cover back on top of the engine there and stuff, so I can get this kind of buttoned up.